Max Farrow. This is Dex Signals. This is the weekly wrap-up. You're here on the Pro webinar. It's Friday. It was the NFP, and it was actually pretty damn good, actually. We had a great morning. If you're unsure what I'm talking about, then you're not in the Pro Trader Room. You should be in the Pro Trader Room. Why aren't you in the Pro Trader Room? I know Dan was, I know Mike was, Paul was, to a degree, Travis, I didn't see you though. You may have been booking, that's okay. Vivian, good morning. Hello, everybody that's in and everybody else that's watching after the fact. I know you've had a tough week. It's been a great week, actually. No toughness. And you only make it as tough as you can make it. But let's get right into things as we get started. What are we going to talk about today? Okay, we're going to talk about, of course, the wrap-up. This is what today is. Last couple of weeks, we haven't really had a wrap-up because everything was kind of going weird. And with a little bit of sleep last night and some majorly good coffee and a good night this morning, we did really well. So we'll talk about the wrap-up. We're also going to talk about the new Membership Learning Center, which is coming out Sunday. Well, it's already really out, but everything will be finished Sunday. And getting into next week and what we're going to be doing. Okay, we're also going to talk about the new price. That's right, the new price. I know some of you just got into the new price at $127, but you know how things work. Things got to change a little. All right, next, we're also going to talk about the next level, sworn to secrecy. It's a secret. No, really, it is a secret. We make you sign an MNDA. Yeah, mutual non-disclosure. Wait till you see. It's pretty cool. Those that have signed it, you're in. Those that haven't, you haven't made it yet. It's okay. We're going to ask you to be there one day. If not, if you're just here to get signals, don't worry. They'll be there for you, and you'll have some great success. If you really want to go shebang, then you got to get into the back office. You got to really get into the crux of being a trader. And for us, this is the way it works. All right, let's get to the next level. Deep breaths, nice flowers, good little trees. No, really, the lawyers are begging me every time they watch one of these. I always phone call right afterwards, and it goes like something like this. You really need to read it seriously. And I asked them, seriously need to read it, or just seriously really need to read it seriously? And there, of course, there goes the conversation. So here we are once again. I should probably do it in like the voice of Sean Connery. Trading financial instruments carries a high level of risk. No, really. To your capital with the possibility of losing more than your initial investment. Trading in financial instruments may not be suitable for all investors and is only intended for those people that are over 18, no 17-and-a-half-year-olds. Please ensure that you are fully aware of the risk involved and, if necessary, seek independent financial advice. That's right. Go to your priest and confess that you have been a naughty boy. The past and recent trading performance of any stock, security, commodity, and derivative is not necessarily indicative of future profits and loss. It doesn't mean that you can backtest and make everything look great for the future. Well, actually, we can, because that's what we do. We do not and cannot guarantee the use of our service will generate you profits. Okay, that's a big statement in there. Can't guarantee that you'll make profits because you could have only a little bit of common sense with it and screw it up. No, but really, it does take some discipline. So you got to pay attention. And there's some things to do, and we can't guarantee it. All right, you must trade and take sole responsibility to evaluate all information provided by this website and use it at your own risk. All trading information we provide is intended as trade assistance only and education. I got to have them change it. I'm going to put an education in there too now. New legislation stipulates that regulated signal companies over here have to actually be regulated. Yes, because it's attaching to the market. There's going to be some people in trouble because we're regulated. All right, last but not least, all results may vary. I should do that in this voice. All results may vary. That's right. Just because I get good money, because I pay attention, I do the discipline, and I follow the rules, and I work 16 hours a day, and I have written stuff all over my windows and pans and go all room 26 on the market, doesn't mean that you're actually going to do the same thing and get the same results. In fact, you might do better than me. I don't call you up and ask you for some of that money. Okay, there we go. That's the whole earnings and risk disclaimer. A little bit of fun with that one this morning. Take that. All right, so let's get down to the nuts of it, right? Here it is, the wrap up for the entire week, the daily effects. We did 178 signals. We won 170 and 8 losses. Okay. That means that when we set the range, we were in the money in our range. I don't care what that range is, but we depicted it. Okay. We put it together and we found out that we won 170. We did 178 signals. We won 170 of those times. That's a 95.5% success rate. And yes, that is a great success rate. And yes, I was able to trade a large amount of these. Now, when I say a large amount, for me, I did 6 trades last week. You'll see that here in just a minute. Intraday effects, 244. Wow. With only 237. We got 237 wins with only 7 losses. Okay. Almost, half, 50% more trades, less losses. Those intradays are more, they're tighter. Okay. They're tighter. 97.1%. Isn't that crazy? You guys want to gel here for a second? You just want to kind of look at those numbers? If you're not getting these numbers, if something is happening and you're not really getting it, figuring it out, then being in the pro trader room, making sure you've done all the training, having your consult with me, being in the pro trader room. Did I say that one already? Being in the pro trader room, joining forces with other people that are in there. And listen, if you come in there, check your ego at the door. There's no one in there that knows it all. There's no one in there that can fix it all. There's no one in there that has all the answers, but we are working towards it. We are working to find what we need to do as a group, as a community, to battle this thing we call the market. Aren't you tired of fighting by yourself? Yes, that's why we made this. Keep that in mind, okay? If you're not doing and working the tools that we've given you, then you're wasting your money. I didn't even blink that out. I just didn't say it, but you're wasting your money. Okay. Commodities and indices. Now, the indices dropped down a little bit from last week, or I think they actually raised up from last week. But 23 signals, 22 wins, 1 loss on the daily stocks. Those are kicking ass. 95.6%. There's not a lot of them, so when you get 1 loss, it's a big deal, right? Most of those stocks in there that you see, they're set at 100%. It's flipping crazy. Intraday stocks were not as great, but if you paid attention to and if you did some top-down analysis and you followed the trend, you kind of stayed away from crazy news times, you did 91%, 51 trades, 6 losses. And again, within that range, all right? Now, daily ranges are like this. Intraday ranges are like this. Our new 2020 ranges are going to be like this. Isn't that sick? Look at all that money. That's a lot of money in there. That's right. The bigger the range, the less the money. Who's ready? Okay. Max's week. I didn't have that great of a week, actually. From what I did okay. I withdrew some money from last week because I needed to kind of recheck my ideal of why I was doing this part of it and putting it out there. And when I did the withdrawal, because I was getting caught up with all this other rigmarole of people, I don't see you withdrawing any money any week. Well, you know what? Then here you go, withdrawers. Okay, I withdrew $350 last week because I got it down. I was up to like 2,100, or right around $2,000, and it was a little bit over, but I withdrew the 350 and it brought it down to 1,650 after fees and everything else. And because I wanted to keep it above 1,600 because I want to do 2 contracts for each one, 1 per each if I do 2 trades or what have you. And current end of the week balance, I got up to $2,026. I forgot to put that in the graphic. It's in the little thing right here. It's right down here. There's my balance. I ended up doing 6 trades with 2 contracts average each, not IA, but each, and a total profit of about $376. This is after. I've already factored in the